This call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance or training purposes.
This call may be recorded.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you believe it is the first week of September?
Yes and no. No, because it's going by so fast, and yes, because I'm excited for all the pumpkin spice everything.
Oh, I know. Guys, I'm
so
totally that girl. I am totally that girl. I love that you are too, Marissa.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Also, did you watch the game last night?
I suck and fell asleep before halftime, but I did wake up and see the score, and I was very pleased to see the Chiefs won.
The other team like barely came back. I'm telling you right now. It was
Really?
close. It was close. Well, yeah, it was like a toe
man.
out. I don't know if you saw that, but it was kind of crazy.
I'll have to watch
gosh.
I'll have to watch the last quarter. We record all the games, so
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Hi, you gotta shout out to Amber too. Hi, Amber. She's like pumpkin spice, apple crisp, all the things.
Yes, absolutely.
And Deli, shout out to you too. Yes, because I've been waiting for my birthday weekend.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Celebrating on the river. That sounds like my kind of birthday. My birthday's always too cold for that in Utah. My birthday's in March and it's freezing.
Yeah, it's hit or miss here in April for me too.
Okay, I got to shout out Deli real quick because she sent me a really cool link to an article and I had a total aha moment with the message that was sent. And I'll share it with you after, Marissa.
Okay.
But it was really cool. So in there, where she was talking about how basically the wordplay, we talk a lot about words and our word choice and how it affects the communication and the perception of the other person. And in this particular essay, I'm going to call it, that was sent over, it's really cool. Paper, I don't know the right word. The point being made is the difference between productivity and children when you tell a child to help you versus telling them to be a helper.
Oh.
Right? Like be a helper, they're going to respond better. They're going to be more inclined to help because there's this like self-motivation and this pride that comes when you tell them to be a helper versus telling them, hey, you got to help me.
Right.
And then it's like a demand, right. And then they're just following the rule. Like I have been thinking about that so much since I read it. And I've been trying to adjust the way I talk to my kids. And I am just so curious now how many things that we say every day and more than just our kids. I mean, we know this because we talk about it a lot, right. But that was just such a very interesting perspective to have on that phrase. It's a Stanford study.
Stanford study. Oh yeah, definitely send it to me. I want to read it.
Okay. Thank you, Deli, so much. I really appreciate you sending that over. Right? Amber, I felt the same way. Like I'm going to start using that with my kids too. I know. Right. And you know what? I said it last night with my daughter because she's 8 years old and I swear to you, anytime homework comes up or cleaning, she has to have like a full 30-minute meltdown before she can actually be productive. And it's so exhausting, to be honest. But we were doing work last night and I was trying to tell her that I don't want to do because I was working late too. And I was like, I don't want to be working late, but I'm here doing it because I'm a hard worker. And I totally had that in mind. And I said, all right, Mila, be a hard worker. We can do this.
Yeah.
And I just felt like that was so much better than be like, Mila, you got to work hard. You got to learn how to work hard. You got to figure that out.
Okay. Yeah. You're being solution driven instead of problem driven. Look at you go.
Why, Deli, you caused this aha spark in my life. I appreciate it. She said, I use wordplay at my house to make my boyfriend think that tasks are his ideas, that he's more inclined to do them, and it's not a demand. Like, what do you mean, babe? It's your idea. You've been really wanting to clean this all week, right?
I love it. That's awesome.
Anyways, good way to kick it off. I appreciate you giving me those thoughts to head into my weekend. But I'm gonna play some calls, guys, and we'll get going.
Let's do it.
Oh, Amber says, "How can I use that on my 16-year-old?" You guys gotta put
she's
ideas.
Using it for her boyfriend. I think you can.
I know.
It for your 16-year-old.
You can. I think so too. I don't know. These teenagers, though, I don't know how much logic they use throughout their day. I'm just not quite sure. All right, I'm playing a call. Let's see if you can hear it. Give me a thumbs up.
Thank you for calling. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm just calling because my backyard of my lawn was not cut when they were here on Thursday, and I'm trying to find out why.
Okay, yeah, let me look. What is the address?
All right. I feel like I already want to pause it.
Yeah.
I'm just pause heavy, but like that already, customer is saying, do I need to be mad or not? Because I pay you guys to do something and you haven't done it.
Right.
The CSR's initial response, which seems like it should be a good one, right? She says, oh yeah, let me check. Let me see.
Right.
But I feel we're missing. Yeah, exactly. Deli nailed it. She said, no sympathy for her concern and paid service. Right. Even if we did come out there, because we've all had that customer that calls in that says we didn't do it, but we did.
Mm-hmm.
Or I had one customer or one CSR that would get really frustrated because the camera, it always blocked off a certain part of the yard for pest control. And so they would be like, you didn't spray back there. And they were like, I swear I did. I sprayed it back there. It's just the one area you don't have proof that I sprayed.
Right.
And so this customer would call in regularly and get upset about it. But I feel the point is being missed where someone is upset, feeling like we did something wrong.
Right.
And that's a really simple validation phrase. It doesn't need to be, yeah, you're right, we did something wrong, but it could be, oh my gosh, yeah, if I'm paying for that, I would want it done as well. I appreciate you reaching out and telling us.
More reassurance. I mean, letting them know that you have their back. Yeah, that definitely doesn't, if that doesn't sound right, I definitely want to make sure that it is right for you.
Yeah.
I can definitely take a look at your account.
Right.
I have a love-hate relationship with the let me look and let me see phrase.
Oh, we were just talking about this. That's so funny. Okay, tell me more. Tell us. Marissa, I love your insight.
If you're going to look, then tell them you're going to look into it. I could definitely look into this. I can absolutely look into that. I just feel like the let me see and let me look doesn't exactly resolve those fears and doubts.
Yeah. I completely agree.
Absolutely. It definitely is more of an action task. I'm absolutely going to look this up for you. I can definitely look this up for you.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that this is right.
I agree. And Amber, I think this kind of piggybacks on that. She says the customers are all already upset, but not in what you might call an angry way, right? I might not call this person an upset customer, like they're, those ridiculously hard customers that we deal with. I maybe wouldn't call it that, but this is definitely how it starts, right? They've got one little frustration. And if we don't use that sympathy or that concern, it's going to escalate from there. It's not bad that we have a problem, that things happen and we make mistakes and we can fix it. All right. I'm just talking a lot today. I'm going to talk you mood, I think, because
I love it.
22 seconds into this call. To our first call.
That's great. Right. A lot of feedback so far. I love it.
Oh, there's lots of dead air.
Okay, there we go. For Miss Jones?
Yes.
Okay, I don't have a note here for the backyard being skipped, but I can definitely get you a credit so that you don't pay for it.
Well, like it cut, it's really way long right now.
And is it just the backyard?
Yeah, the front was cut. I think the neighbor next door started using y'all, and both of our lawns were cut at the same time. Let's see.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead. I'll get you in. Instead of waiting until next Thursday, the 14th, we'll go ahead and the day after tomorrow, we'll come do backyard only, and then we'll see you for the regular visit.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. I'm so sorry about that. I'll definitely look into it. And then I just want to confirm the gate code.
Let me check it out. Hold on one second.
I mean, better late than never.
Yeah.
I'll pause it. I'm glad she came back with that eventually. It's clear that should have been included a lot earlier. What are your thoughts, Marissa? You look very contemplative.
Yeah, I just wish she would have asked a few more questions. She was definitely concerned. I mean, she mentioned that they did, and it was a little choppy. Did she say she did the neighbor's house too?
Oh, I missed that
It
actually.
sounded like she said they did someone else's yard at the same time and theirs was done. But there's just a lot of doubt in this customer's mind right now, and asking those questions to ensure that we fully understand and that we're using the correct response with the reassurance and the care, I feel like would have made a big difference. I also wasn't too sure how I felt about her saying, well, instead of making you wait, let's ask her, hey, so I want to make sure this is corrected. What's your timeline looking like? What's your schedule looking like the next couple of days? Because I want to make sure this gets taken care of and resolved at a timely manner. Instead of making you wait till next week, we're going to just go ahead and take care of you the day after tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. More consideration on the customer. Yeah. I really like that.
I will say she's keeping a good tone.
Well,
she is keeping a great tone throughout the call, and I appreciate that because it can be difficult when, I mean, you don't know exactly what's going on, but I mean, if we don't know, we have to ask.
Agreed. I totally agree with that. I like her tone. She sounds very confident as well as positive, and she's diving into it with confidence. And I would say there's just a few phrases used that I would find unnecessary. Even the moment when she said that what did she say? She goes, I don't see that we skipped the backyard. But that to me was an interesting comment because I'm like, why would anyone? Obviously, she thinks it's an accident.
Right.
So, of course, we're not going to leave a note saying skip to the backyard.
Right.
You know? So that was, I don't know, that was interesting. I had a company, this is embarrassing to admit, I pay a company to come out and pick up all the dog poop in my yard because your girl just doesn't have time, okay? So I totally do. I should make my kids get out there, but I'm totally that parent. No judgment. So I pay this company, and there were like 2 or 3 weeks where the girl who mows our lawn, I don't like working outside, okay? Again, the little girl who mows our lawn, she comes out and she's like, there's a lot of dog poop. Like, do you want me to pick it up? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. You know, so sorry about that. Like, they should have picked it up. Because usually I have them come up, pick up the poop on Monday, and then she'll come and mow the lawn on Tuesday. And she was seeing more and more days where there was just nothing picked up in the front yard. Mm-hmm. And I was under the impression that we were paying for the front yard and the backyard. And when I reach out to the company, there was no, oh, I'm not alone. Amber says they do too. Good. Thank you, Amber. Ours is called Rocky Mountain Pooper Scooper. But they came out, or well, they rent me back and they tell me that, oh yeah, it wasn't, we switched systems. And so we just forgot to update it. Like, no apology, just an explanation. There was no, and I'm like, it's been weeks now of you guys not picking up the front yard. Right. Well, you're not paying extra. And we actually do, we just didn't note it over when we switched. I'm like, okay, so like, what are you going to do to make it right?
Yeah, tell me how
we're getting the same vibes from this call where she's like, okay, yeah, I don't see any notes, you know? And then it wasn't even until almost 2 minutes in where she finally takes a little bit of accountability and says, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Right. And her I'm sorry sounded really sincere. I will give her that. I really liked the way she said that. But I just wish it was a little earlier.
I agree. Yeah. That reassurance and that care makes a big difference at the beginning of the call.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. 5 dogs. Okay. Amber has 5 dogs. I have 1 dog. 1 dog. Just 1 dog, and I'm paying for someone to go pick it up. All right, let's read Deli's comment. She says she was able to address and fix the issue. I just wish there was more compassion and concern because the customer is upset. Yeah. Completely agree. When we go through calls like this and customers don't elevate, I just feel like we get lucky. It doesn't seem to me like we're doing a whole lot to de-escalate. It's just like sometimes we get lucky and they don't get as mad as they could have.
Yeah,
and this call
is the big factor here. Following call flow.
All right, we'll finish the rest of it. Only 50 seconds left.
No, that's what it's been since y'all have started up again.
Okay, gotcha. I have, for the door. If it doesn't work, try. So those are the notes I have here. Sorry about that.
No,
So
it's
yeah,
not.
generally those.
Lock, and it's the same guy. He's been doing it, fine all the time. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'll have to get with his manager because even if they do skip, normally they're supposed to email us or like put a note so we can email you. So that's how it should go. So we'll definitely have to talk to them and look into their route for that reason. But I'll be sure to, on our end, just be sure we get your backyard cut on Thursday for you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.
Bye. Bye-bye.
What do you think, Ann?
I appreciate her for saying we're going to follow up with this.
Yeah.
We're going to make sure this is right, that this is not going to happen again. I think
I
that's
think we
the
ended,
best highlight of that call.
I agree. Ended on a strong note.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
really like the wrap up. Anything after that 1 minute and 40 seconds, I think sounded really good. She's apologizing. She's building more value. And her tone continues to sound good all the way through the end. So that's good.
I would agree.
Cool. Let's do another one. Whoa, that was cut off on my end
It was
too.
really choppy here. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Amber's right. No gratitude. I
Yeah.
wish she would have added gratitude. That's a good point. Thank you, Amber. Okay, it's really choppy. Let's just see if it gets better.
Okay.
I can't understand. I know it's my connection or yours.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay, now I can. You was breaking up so bad I couldn't hear a word you were saying.
That's all right.
My name is Pritchard. I'm calling about my thermostat. This time, went to check it last night, so I went to bed. The temperature was on and the screen is blank.
Oh no. Yeah, Miss Richards, and you said this began last night?
Yes. Well, my husband said when he went to bed, he was fine. I got up a little bit later, and I just wanted to check to see what it was set on, and it was blank, and it's still blank. And
okay, and so this began last night.
All right, I want to pause and just highlight Amber's comment because I totally agree.
Yeah.
Very first impression was, oh my, what a sweet voice.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So sweet.
So sweet. So sweet. I really like that too. Okay, let's see where we go from here. A little slow moving at this point. I'm not totally sure what's going on, which would make me feel the customer might be wondering that too, because there's some pausing, but let's just see what happens.
All right, so the system is not running at all, Miss Pritchard?
well, no, I mean I don't feel it, but the way the temperature is, it probably wouldn't be on anyway. So I don't know. I mean I can't control the thermostat because it doesn't do anything.
Sure. All right. Well, Miss Pritchard, I sure do hate to hear that you're having issues with this, but we can definitely help you out with this. Are there any specific days and times that work best for you?
But as soon as you can,
Okay. All right.
because I don't know if the system's working. I mean, thank goodness it's not too bad or too cold or too hot right today. But it makes been noticing a sound outside too. On occasion we're having to be outside. And it used to run very quiet. Look like sometimes when it shuts down or starting up or getting ready to turn off, it's a terrible sound briefly. So we had to have we had a major issue a few months ago. So I'm beginning to wonder if this was a good unit to have.
Well, Miss Pritchard, if it's all right with you, I've got where you're hearing the noise as well, and I would love to, if I could, place you on a brief hold and get with dispatch over the schedule.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's pause it while she's on hold. I am definitely liking this call.
Yeah. So besides the little bit of dead air that we're hearing, great example of the first 6 principles.
Seriously, though, this is fantastic. And yeah, it's a little slow paced, but I also don't feel it's so far off from the customer's pace.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
She's not like a really fast talker either.
Watching that.
And so I think she can get get away with that a little bit better.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Amber's nailing all these principles out here.
I know she is.
Here. You gotta ask. We've got hold protocol. Let's go. Yeah, she is nailing it. I like that. And she also, there was another thing that stood out to me. She had multiple care. She also listened well by rephrasing. There was reassurance right out the gate.
Yeah.
Clearly her tone is a strength in this call. We all agree on that. I feel like there was something else, and maybe I can't remember it right now.
I love that the way that she went into that hold. She restated the issue once again because she came back and kind of reiterated what she had already said. And forgive me, I don't even remember the name of the CSR at this point. If it did cut out,
I don't think she said it.
Okay,
yeah, I think it cut out.
But the way that she was like, yeah, this is what I've got. I've got this noted. I've got this noted. If it's okay with you, I'd love to go ahead and place you on a brief hold and get a hold of dispatch and get you scheduled. I thought that was great. It wasn't just, okay, can you please hold? It was, let me reiterate what I've been heard. Let me reiterate what I had put in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then explain why I'm putting on hold. I loved everything about that.
So same. I completely agree. Deli mentioned the oh no was really cute at the beginning. I agree. All right, 1 minute and 25 seconds. Let's see. I wonder if we're going to have the whole hold in here. Let's hear it. Okay, it skipped.
Thank you so much for holding, Ms. Pritchard. So what I want to do for you is go ahead and place you on our urgency list. And what that does is provide you the fastest service. So if a technician finishes up early or we have any reschedules, we'll absolutely get you moved up in the schedule, and our schedule does constantly change. And I got with dispatch, and we are looking at this Friday, the 29th, between 10 and 12 if you're available.
Okay, I guess we have no choice, yeah.
All right, and Ms. Pritchard, we do have you on the urgency list, so of course we'll give you that phone call if anything opens up sooner, okay?
Oh, we got to save this call.
The technician is going to come out there and just do a top-to-bottom evaluation and see what's going on and what's caused the thermostat to go out on you again. And we do send him on a fully stocked van. So, of course, we do same-day repairs as often as possible, Ms. Pritchard. And we definitely want to make sure you guys are comfortable in your home. That is our goal. So I will go ahead and send this booking confirmation over, and your technician will give you a call when he is on his way that day.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Pritchard, thank you so much for choosing. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
That just went straight into my saved calls.
Yeah, I thought that was beautiful. The way that she brought up the urgency list. The way that she implemented it. And I also have to applaud her for using the customer's name.
Yeah.
I heard it 2 times that came back from hold.
Yeah, just from, and she used it before that too.
I think she did. Yeah, at the very beginning when 3 times we used the customer's name. Woohoo!
Yeah, I absolutely love that. We're her biggest fans over here in the chat. Amber says, boom, get that value, girl.
Oh, yeah.
How do I do the clap emojis?
We got you.
I know, huh? Great gratitude. What?
Yeah,
I'm feeling it. This. She did a great job. This is a really good call.
Yeah, I agree. 10 out of 10.
Okay, I remember what I was going to say, though.
Yeah.
There was a moment at the beginning when we love her ask principle. So she does ask the customer, if you guys heard it before, where and Amber, you mentioned it, where she says, when do you want somebody out, or what's your availability like? And the customer's like, well, I mean, I need it as soon as possible. Like, she has this tonality that makes you feel like that was almost a dumb question. And I know other CSRs have experienced this because of the amount of times it's come up in my coaching sessions. So I will just tell you what has helped me so much with that is, and Marissa, if you have any tips too, I always preface it with, this sounds like something I would want done sooner than later. What is your availability like? If you think for any reason they might give you that kind of response when you ask that question, they just want to know that you understand the like, terrible, I need someone out. And you go, okay, when did you want someone? Obviously today. But if you just switch it up to, well, it sounds like something we want to get done sooner than later. What is your availability like?
Yeah, I think that's a great care and ask right into it.
It completely changed the reactions I got, even as a coach. CSRs used to all the time be like, I'm not going to ask that question. People are going to think it's a stupid question. But the second I started adding in, it sounds like something I would want to get done.
Right.
Sooner than later. Like I didn't hear a word about it.
Yeah.
Even CSRs.
No, that makes total sense. Yeah.
All right, let's see what we've got in our comments here. Delia said she told her what to expect and gave her hope that the schedule is always changing. It
I love
covered the process. I like that too. Process, there are a few objections and questions left unanswered.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
She just built value on it.
Right. Deli's building value on building value.
Yeah, she is.
I love that. Amber said, I say, I'm assuming you'd like ASAP, but what does your schedule look like? Love that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally like that a lot. All right. We've got time for probably one more call.
Yeah, I think so.
Should I do call 3 or 4?
4.
Okay.
Oh, it's just on a whim.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
This is Julie. How can I help you?
Yes, my name is Bonnie. We've used before for electrical, and I'm having a plumbing issue I need help with.
Sure, we can definitely help you with that. So recently merged with, so they're a part of us now, but we'd be happy to help you. What's going on?
So the bathtub with not draining, I think it's clogged, or the tub thing where you can fill it with water, up or down. That's broken, or there's a clog, and I think there's a clog. As I'm trying to unclog it under the sink in the bathroom, that unit is all messed up now and leaking water.
I'm sorry, where is it leaking water? Like your faucet?
Under the
or
sink, the plumbing. Yeah, the what do you call it? The J.
Like the drain?
Yeah, under the sink. So I think me trying to plunge the tub is putting pressure on the sink as well.
Oh, okay.
So I got a clogged tub, and the plumbing under the sink needs to be fixed.
Okay, well, we can definitely help you with that. That does sound frustrating. Let me take a look at the schedule. What's your availability like?
Anytime.
Okay.
Oh, we got 2 really strong first 5 principal calls today.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
I love that.
It only took a minute and 18 seconds.
Okay,
It's not
so
long.
a minute 18. So a little bit longer than we like to hear, but at the same time, we got them hit, and that's what matters.
Yeah, I agree. And sometimes, I think customers' pace sometimes can make it take a little longer.
Yeah.
But I think she adjusted well to it.
I agree.
And this call all together, like there's only a minute and 11 seconds left, which I also think is really, it sounds like timing wise, we're going to be on. She's hit the first 6. Any principles you haven't heard or anything that you?
I was a little scared with the positivity, but it picked up. I think it was just the way that she answered. But as we've continued through the call, I think it picked up and I feel much better about it. So I don't think it was really anything to be noted, but I do love the questions that she's just trying to fully understand the situation.
Yeah, I agree. I'll add as well. Deli makes a good point to add something like, who am I speaking with? Who am I speaking with? So I know how to properly address you. I really like asking for the customer's name early on.
Yeah.
As early on as you can. But no, there's a big difference between who do I have the pleasure of speaking with so I can properly address you versus what's your first and last name?
Yeah, absolutely.
We also, Amber, agree. She hits a lot of the principles early on. I should show these so people can see them. I always forget to do that. Okay. And then Deli's other comment. I like I don't know. Okay. To me, that shows while she's not a tech, she does not know her issue, but would like to address her concerns and that she understands there is an issue. I don't remember when she said that. Do you know what she's talking about?
I do.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know if I remember that part. Do you remember? Was it right at the beginning? I'll keep playing it, Deli, but maybe tell me a little bit more about that. Tell me more about that. Okay, we're going to keep going.
So I can send someone out on Tuesday for you. We just closed on Monday.
Okay.
All right, so that would be the 5th. Let me see what I have.
Tuesday it would have to be in the afternoon. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning.
Okay. Do you need
Okay, I want to comment on this, but I want to also see what Deli just said. She said it when the customer was explaining her concerns. It was quick, but I caught it. Okay. I want to add to this point. what would have been a better thing to say than we're closed on Monday, but we could come out on Tuesday? You guys in the chat, let us know what would have been better and what's wrong with that phrase. We're closed on Monday, but we can come out on Tuesday. Right? There's some negatives in there, but how do we get around those negatives? Think about it for a second, and if you have any ideas, put it into the chat. There's only 50 seconds left, so we'll come back to that.
Like after 12, after 1, what do you think?
After 12.
Okay. And this is for the...
Correct.
Okay, Bonnie, let me take a look. After 12. Okay, what about a 12 to 4? Does that work?
Okay.
All right, perfect. So I can get you on the schedule with Derek. He's been a plumber for a really long time, so you'll be in really good hands with him. He will call when he's on his way, so we do just require that you answer that phone so we know you're home. So you have Derek out with that well-stocked truck. Our service charge would be $49, just so you're aware.
Okay, thank you.
All right, not a problem. We appreciate you choosing. Keep us in mind for any HVAC, so heating and cooling issues as well. We're actually voted the #1 company.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You have a good day, Bonnie. Enjoy your weekend.
Okay. Before I go to the comments and see what you guys suggest saying instead, let's comment on this last little bit. I do like the value.
Great value. I counted 4 points.
Yeah, I did too. And that was 3 before, 1 after. Is that what you found?
Yeah.
All 4 before? I wonder if we're thinking of the same points. I liked this call. I did notice a little bit drop in positivity towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're hearing at the beginning. I don't know if I picked up on it at the beginning of the call, but at the end, I can definitely hear it's not sounding as connection-based, a little bit more transactional by the end.
Mm-hmm.
And the customer isn't, it just doesn't seem to be a real connection.
Yeah.
By the end. So not so much
great gratitude, though. I did enjoy the gratitude at the end.
Gratitude. I like she was hitting the principles, but I just felt the tonality, But yeah, I agree. I did hear the gratitude, strong value as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely hit all the principles, but just making sure that we keep that pace and tone the same throughout the call.
Love that. Okay, so let's look at just a couple last thoughts, and then we'll wrap up today because it's 30 minutes flies. I had Amber. So the phrase that we're talking about adjusting was we're closed on Monday, but we have Tuesday. Amber came up with the idea of we have Tuesday open. Would that work for you? Right, Deli said, I'm unable to schedule you on a Monday, but I can make you a priority for Tuesday. All right, let's see what else we have. Customer does not need to know that you're not accepting calls. It makes them feel like they're not a priority.
Agreed.
Let's highlight that. Let's go ahead and throw that up there because that is so true. Amber also said, I wouldn't even say, let me get it up so everyone can see. Whoa.
You had it.
Quickly challenged.
I wouldn't even say, yeah.
I wouldn't even say we are closed unless she said Tuesday doesn't work and she is and asks if we have something sooner. Then I would use the urgency list.
Yeah,
I completely agree with that. And even if we could even say something because our goal isn't necessarily to not. It's not that we don't want our customer fully aware of what we have. We just want to word every solution as if it's a positive. So even if she had said, we can definitely make you a priority on Tuesday. Since Monday's a holiday, we'll be back in the office on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we can definitely get you taken care of.
Absolutely.
Or since Monday, our guys are going to be celebrating Labor Day on Monday. So we can definitely get back out to you on Tuesday. depending on the customers.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't even mention that we're celebrating on Monday. Just go right into my first available. Looks like it's going to be Tuesday. And just like Amber said, use urgency list if she asks if we have something sooner. Well, I can absolutely add you on to my urgency list. They don't want to hear what we can't do for them. So just be like, we can do.
Totally. I agree. All right, guys, these are some good calls. You guys are great in the comments. Thank you for your participation. I appreciate it. All right, and Marissa, thanks for being here. It's good talking to you guys. We'll be back next week.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye everybody.